Welcome, my name is ZagsTheMan, and in this tutorial you will learn on how to make doors in Doom Builder. Check out the playlist in the description below for more tutorials on Doom Builder. Show support by sharing this video, liking it of course, and subscribing to keep up to date for even more Doom tutorials. So we are going to make doors as I mentioned before, so let's get straight into it. And of course doors are doors you get from room to room, and that's how we're going to get along. So let's make a new map. Of course we're going to start this, all of these tutorials are in Doom in hexen format because it gives you the most options using the hexen engine. If you've played of course Doom and that, it wouldn't have had all these options, but now we do because of that. So we're going to add the resource, which is the WAD file, which I would explain in the basics video, which you can find in this description probably, and we're going to take the Doom to WAD file. So once we've done that, let's just go along and we're into making maps. So we're going to go into lines mode, and that line depth mode, which is L as a shortcut on your keyboard. We're going to zoom in using the mouse scroll wheel, and we're going to go insert. Okay, and we're going to go to one of these spots. Just going to go to the insert button on your keyboard, which is drawing mode, and we're going to make a room here. So we're just going to go 256, 256, 256. Another spot. I'm going to make it 64 by 64, 120, I mean 64 by 128, and then we're going to do the same for the other side, 256. And now for you in the video, this doesn't look actually right with the lines, the grid component for some reason, but just trust me, it is actually right with the grid. So that's what our room looks like as it is. So we're going to go into visual mode, which is W. And you can see this is going to be our room to room. So this is the doorway of course, and we're going to have all that. So let's get straight into it. Now we're going to of course need to add a player, which is the things mode. We're going to click T, and we're going to get the player and face him 90 degrees angle, facing north I guess you could say. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to have a shotgun up here just for incentive I guess. Doesn't really matter in this sense which way the shotgun faces. So that's what it looks like there, and we're going to get to that. So how do we build a door? We're going to get really into that. So this video is just the basics of the door, how the door works. I feel funny explaining how the door works as it is, but we're going to just make a door basically. And then the other video will be just sort of techniques of making doors more impressive, etc. So we're going to go to lines mode. We're going to go into visual mode, I should say, W again. We're going to click on these two surfaces, and that with using our mouse mouse weapon of course. I'm going to right click, and we go to side depths mode, and we'll just leave it. We're going to change the texture to brown hug, just because it's a basic wall texture. We're going to go to lower unpegged. So lower unpegged means when we pull down these two surfaces, we're going to unhighlight those. We're going to pull down the roof, which we're going to actually change, so the same thing as doing that ceiling. We're just going to change it to something texture-like for a ceiling. I don't know what that would be, but let's find something. Don't need to be too just something quick. Just going to do something like that. Just why not? Because it's a door, it's got to look a bit more industrial. So once you pull down this using the mouse scroll wheel, you won't notice any pull between these two textures. So that's why we do that. In our other video, we'll be going into using switches to start doors, etc., and just other options you can use. So I'm going to pull that down with, once you clicked on the actual thing, you can see the ceiling height down the bottom left is changing until we get to 0, of course. So that's how it's going to work there. So of course we want to add an actual texture, because if we launch in the game, we'll just launch in and this will all be very blurry and won't be able to see a thing. So clicked on both. We're going to go side depths mode. We're going to go upper because that's the texture we moved. And we're going to go to door. We're going to add basic door 2 pretty much there. So that's how you make the door look, and if your texture is out of line, you select it and use your arrow keys to pull the door into place so the texture looks more formatted and appropriately nice. So once we've done the visual side of the door, we can go into this mode. Now of course you'll need at all times to have these lines sort of white, because that means they're impossible, or impassable I should say, and you do not want them to be, otherwise the game will crash and burn pretty badly. So from this mode, we're going to click on both of these line defs. We're going to right click, and we're going to make this. We're going to go to door. We're going to go to door generic. Okay. Now door generic is a way of using the door, so you have all the options we're going to need. So the sector tag, which you can make tags in this game which correspond to that tag, of course. So we're going to make this 1, because that's the most we want to do. So open the speed, we're going to go to 20. We're going to have just a relatively slow door. It looks it's a bigger door. It needs to take its time. The way it's going to work is it's going to open and close. That's pretty good to have there. We're going to have the delay at 100. That's it's not in seconds. It's in a particular thing. And lock is keys and that, or impossible. It just doesn't unlock for some reason, which would be pointless to make the door thing, etc. Unless you're doing some explosion-y thing for the room, etc. So we're just going to leave that none because we don't need key. Now, what you want to select in this menu here, up in settings, is you want to have a repeatable action because you want to be able to open that door. You can make monsters activate, so actual monsters can open it, or block monsters from even entering this area. So we want to keep it like that. And then we're going to make this, the player has to press it, because you don't want to have to walk over that area that's blocked, you want to click it. So I've just done that, click that, it's just going to give you that sort of option, and if you go here, it has green, so that has an actual thing happening with it. And in the identification, you want to put it to 1. So that's pretty simple. That's how you make a door in Doom Builder. So now we've done the settings, just to double check. If you go to line defs mode, that sector will highlight, as you can see, it highlights yellow, the other areas, to signify that's what it's associated with. And we'll check again. Both are double-sided, of course. Repeatable action, door generic, so you can sector tag 1, movement speed 20, open close, player presses, and that's the same there, and the door will just close under the person once they've escaped the other side. So let's go and test that now. So we're just going to go up here and test map. Okay, so we're in the game. I'm going to walk up to this door. Click the space bar, it opens. We click up the shotgun. Yeah, we got a shotgun, man. Now, sometimes if this delay is quite long, it's going to take a while. I'm not sure if 100 was way too much for it. There we go. Finally did it. So, that's how you make a door in Doom Builder. And we'll open again. That's how you make the door. See, it moves. And of course it stays slightly just off. I think that's a better way of signifying the door is still there. Hasn't disappeared into the ceiling magically, so there you go. I'll exit out of that. So, that's how you make a door in Doom Builder. Quite simple, I'd say. Not much to it, just a couple of buttons and a click, and then you go. And you're in the game and you've made a door, and you can teleport and transport, and I don't know where you teleport between rooms, but it happens. So, thank you for watching. My name is ZagsTheMan. This is a tutorial to make a door in Doom Builder. If you want more tutorials, check out the description below for a playlist. Hope you've enjoyed enough to click subscribe and like for more. And yeah, we'll see you in another video.